Welcome to High Point Regional High School in Wantage, New Jersey, as Lynn's Nissan West and Muggs Media present the High School Boys Lacrosse Game of the Week. It's a Pooley Division battle as the High Point Wildcats, who come in a record of 1-6 overall, 0-6 in the Pooley under their coach Mark Russell, who started this program, host the Lenape Valley Patriots under their second-year head coach Justin Meath. They come in a record of 4-3, 2-2 in the Pooley, and they're 2-0 in the NJAC Colonial Division. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dan Cleary. Thanks for joining us here on Channel 10 and MuggsMedia.com. And we want to thank our sponsors for getting the games of the week on the air. Lynn's Nissan West, our scoreboard sponsor and title sponsor. Route 206 in Byram. Check out their large inventory of Nissan vehicles and large inventory of pre-owned cars and trucks. It's Lynn's Nissan West. The Orthopedic Institute, New Jersey, with locations throughout Northwest New Jersey. We want to thank them. Check out their Live Well tips on the sports beat. Pope John XXIII High School and the Catholic Academy. The middle school is open. If you want to stop by and take a tour, go to popejohn.org for more information. The Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, providing insurance and risk management services. And give our friend George Moorville a call at 973-383-3110. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management, business without barriers. And Lorenzo's Pizza, located right down the road here in Sussex Borough. Stop in for a slice before or after the game. Call them at 875-5055 or check out their Facebook page. Tim's Auto and Truck Repair, Loomis Avenue in Sussex. Check out Tim's Auto Tips on the game of the week. So the teams have talked to the officials. We're going to take a break, folks. We'll be back with the opening face-off and the starting lineups right after this here on Channel 10 and MuggsMedia.com. You are watching the Lynn's Nissan West Muggs Media Game of the Week.
Hello, this is Father McHugh, Director of the Catholic Academy of Sussex County. The Academy, providing excellence in education and a faith-filled environment for all of our students in grades pre-K through 12, has moved to one campus at the corner of Andover Road and Sparta Avenue in Sparta. We offer an easy transition for our students as they journey through elementary, middle and high school education. The Reverend George A. Brown Memorial School has been repurposed to meet the needs of our youngest students in grades pre-K through 4. The new Pope John XXIII Middle School, unique in the Diocese of Paterson, offers a true middle school environment for our students in grades 5, 6 and 7. And Pope John Regional High School grades 8 through 12 continues to focus on college preparation and offers a full complement of 134 courses on 3 levels. We invite you to be a part of the Academy family. Contact Ann Kaiser in admissions today at 973-729-6125 and extension 255 to schedule a visit in any of our schools. Our doors are always open.
This game is being sponsored by Highland State Bank, your local community bank. Visit their Sparta branch on Sparta Avenue in Sparta. Start that college fund today at Highland State Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Moorville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Moorville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, business without barriers. For more information, call George Moorville at 973-383-3110.
A long-time staple in Sussex Borough is Lorenzo's Pizza. Great Italian food, huge sub sandwiches, great pizza. Open 7 days a week. Lorenzo's Pizza. Come on by for lunch or dinner, or call your order in and pick it up. It'll be ready when you get there. Lorenzo's Pizza is a big supporter of high school sports in Northwest New Jersey, and they welcome all athletic teams to order from them. Lorenzo's Pizza, 973-875-5055.
I don't need an electrician. I can fix that myself.
Wrong choice, Harold. But if you're buying a car, the right choice is always Lynn's Nissan in Stanhope. This month, lease a Nissan Altima for just $122 per month, or the Nissan Rogue for only $133. Plus, you get up to $2,500 more for your trade. Lynn's Nissan in Stanhope, always the right choice.
Hello, this is Father McHugh, president of Pope John High School. Pope John once said, "You are not here on earth to guard a museum, but to cultivate a flourishing garden of life." And for the past 60 years, Pope John High School has provided a warm and caring environment for our students which strengthens faith, practices educational excellence, fosters individual growth, and maximizes each child's unique potential. Call Mrs. Kaiser, Director of Admissions, at 973-729-6125, extension 255, to schedule a visit and learn why so many families from Sussex, Morris, Passaic and Warren counties choose Pope John. We look forward to welcoming you on our campus. We are closer than you think.
Hi, my name is Dr. Robert DeFalco. I'm an orthopedic surgeon from the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey. The Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey is a complete musculoskeletal practice. We have board-certified physicians who specialize in the operative and non-operative treatment of any musculoskeletal problem.
We try to evaluate, educate, and treat the patient. Here we utilize a multidisciplinary approach, taking full advantage of the wonderful orthopedic, pain management, spinal care, and physical therapy professionals at the practice.
We have a very large practice with a number of different doctors with many different subspecialties, and it's an incredible asset.
The expertise of our physicians and the professionalism of our staff is what I believe sets our practice apart. This allows us to provide timely, personalized, high-quality care to our patients.
I take particular pride in knowing that the patient is well cared for and that their experience at the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey has either met or exceeded their expectations. It's very rewarding seeing patients get back to their active lifestyles.
The team here at the Orthopedic Institute is outstanding. Without this team, I would have never made this team. And I mean that with every fiber of my being.
At the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey, we believe you don't need to travel to receive world-class care. We have 4 major locations, including Hackettstown, Roxbury, Newton, and Sparta, and multiple satellite locations serving northern New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania.
And we're back here at High Point Regional High School for the Linz Nissan West Muggs Media Boys Lacrosse Game of the Week. Dan Cleary, along with Sussex County Hall of Famer and former Kittatinny coach and Newton player George Moorville. George, you're familiar with these teams. You butted heads with them when you were coaching at Kittatinny in the Pooley Division. High Point coming off a big win, their first of the season against Saddlebrook, and Lenape Valley playing great. 3 straight wins, including wins over Jefferson and Pequannock. And Pequannock's a RIS Division team.
Well, there's no question that Lenape Valley is playing some real good ball right now. 2 big wins, and they're coming in here nothing but confidence. And then you got High Point, who's just picked up their first win, and that first win is always huge. I think what you're looking for, if you're Lenape, is to try to just play a nice controlled game, get out to a quick lead. And High Point's going to play one play at a time. I mean, that's their philosophy. They're still young. And they just got to keep making one play at a time.
We'll give you the starting lineup. High Point in the home white, Lenape Valley in the visiting red. For Lenape Valley on the attack, Don Fellini, number 11. He has 11 goals. Kevin Under, number 23, 14 goals. Joey Hill, the sophomore, 17. He's number 17. He has 20 goals this season. Middies, Chris Grube. He's number 9, 7 goals, 14 assists. Troy DuPont wearing 7 today. He has 11 goals and 3 assists. And Joe Amato, he's our face-off man, and he is number 6. So, and defense, Jack Varian, number 20, Drew Pickett, 3, John Spada, 4, Zach Muller in goal. Don Fellini with a shot goes wide. The starting lineup for High Point. On the attack, Chad Frisbee, number 27, number 7, Justin Van Althus, and number 21, Rudy LaPera. In the midfield, John Morris, number 39, Jake Carter, number 2, and Tyler Blundetto, who had 5 goals in the win against Saddlebrook. He is number 11. Defenders are Matt McDonald, number 13, Tyler Sanderson, 41, Zach Mazza, 46, and in goal, number 33, Danton Hall, who had a big game against Saddlebrook. And the long stick midi will be number 26, Hunter Flores. So, Lenape Valley with their first possession.
Troy DuPont, probably one of the best athletes on the team, really quick to look for the open man. Nice pass, real good defense, stick coming down hard on him.
Nice job there by Tyler Blundetto, but who's going to get the ground ball? It will be Lenape.
Lenape comes up with it, and they got a little bit of numbers. Nice check by 46 there.
Good job by Zach Mazza. Now, we saw Lenape Valley opening day, and they lost by 5, 15-10, but they had over 20 unforced errors as they feed the crease, as Hill will get to it.
Yeah,
and Justin Meath said to me, he goes, "You're not going to see that. We cleaned that up, and obviously you beat Jefferson, given them their only loss in the Pooley division, and you beat Pequannock out of the Riz. That's pretty impressive."
Absolutely. And he said the first 2 games they were giving the ball away. They just, weren't settling down and playing their game, and they've pretty much got that under control now. There's a nice lift.
Lenape Valley hustles back to get it.
Mazza got that bottom hand, lifted it up, and forced that pass to go high.
That was a motto.
Coming in, feeds the crease. And
Shot
nice
a goal.
Shot.
Troy DuPont with the goal, as Lenape Valley will take the 1-0 lead.
And that assist was from Joe Amato. Picked him off nice, and Troy just took the quick stick up high, offside. Great shot.
No visible clock here at High Point. I don't believe they have the clock going. So we'll be giving good best guess here. I'd say that was within the first 3 minutes.
I'll agree with that.
And if you do, then it's right, because, George, you've forgotten more about lacrosse than I'll ever know.
Well, sometimes you get that clock in your head,
Yep.
and you know what times you want to take time out. Just start looking at the clock, see what time you think you have left.
Lenape will get it after the face-off infraction on High Point, and they have the 1-0 lead. Now, High Point had that win, and they played Newton yesterday, George. It was 4-1 at the half before they ended up losing 14-3. Things just kind of fell apart in the second half, but that's a good effort for 24 minutes against Newton, who is undefeated in the Pooley.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, you get a win under your belt, and you start to believe there's things that you can and will be able to do, and that's all you need sometimes. A nice move by Fellini.
Nice wraparound move there. He puts it in. Lenape Valley with a 2-0 lead. Dom Fellini with the goal.
Fellini's got real quick feet, likes to change direction, and he does on the dime.
That's his 12th goal in the year. DuPont now has 12 as well, as the early lead for the Lenape Valley Patriots. As we go to...
He's going to try to put as many goals on as quickly as possible. They're a far talented team, and they know that, and they have to stay away from playing anything but their game. Possession, good feeds, take it from there.
John Morris for High Point trying to win that face-off. And the ball will roll out of bounds. I believe that was Jake Fellini that was taking the face-off for Lenape Valley. Morris all over him. He gets it in the box, and the Patriots go to work with a 2-0 lead. Nice dump off, but unable to corral it.
Again, good defense there by Zach Mazza. Each time he's been able to just get the stick on it as the feed is coming across. And that's all a timing play.
Sean Moros, number 14, has checked in for Lenape Valley. Coach Justin Meath, very pleased with the way they're playing. Now, George, here's the thing. You can practice, but they haven't played in 5 days because it's spring break.
And spring break has a lot of good things and a lot of bad things. Too much time on their hands, a lot of time for the kids. They want to get back into that regular schedule, practice same time, same day, games same time, same day. You can get into bad habits real quick.
High Point missing a couple players due to the vacation as well.
That was always a tough call, you know. I mean, parents set up vacations. We tell them at the beginning of the year that, you know, we need the kids here every day, practice games, and, you know, when they make that decision, it's always a tough one.
And it's a tough one to handle as a coach. Do you sit them when they come back for X period of time, or
Well, my rule was if you missed a game based on vacation, it was an unexcused absence. It's certainly excused from a family standpoint,
Right.
but it's not fair to the other players that haven't taken that vacation or taken the extra time. So I just felt they had to sit a minimum of the first 2 quarters and sometimes the entire game if they missed both games during the week.
Matt McDonald doing a nice job for High Point, forcing that turnover. He wins the ground ball, and he did step on the line. But McDonald, nice job, big kid, a wrestler. There's something shocking, a wrestler at High Point, George. Have you heard such a thing?
There's no question these kids are all athletes, and they're used to success. That's one thing High Point has always had, a successful attitude. They work hard. They give you everything they have.
Mark Russell, a assistant to Johnny Gardner in the wintertime. Big check there.
It's a good look going upfield.
And High Point will get a possession.
Very successful clear right there.
Matthews gets it across. He'll get it to Rudy LaPera.
You're going to see Lenape go with a lot of man-to-man, unlike some of the zone they had been running previously.
Well, they can match up with High Point physically, and I think they can have an advantage. Chris Grube forcing the turnover, the short stick. Lenape Valley has it.
Split the double pressure, went right between it. Now he's just looking for wide open hands. And
Nolan Quirk dumps it off. Hitting the pipe is Grube.
Grube made a nice shot, went offside, just a little bit wide. Goalie's best friend is that pipe.
And to finish the thought about Mark Russell, George, you know how tough it is to start a program, but you had help with your brother and Dave Cooper and everyone else. And Mark's basically a one-arm paper hanger. He's got an assistant this year, but he does it all.
He does it all, and he's done it with class and
yes.
professionalism. I've been just real impressed by him from day one.
Same here.
And he just loves the game.
He certainly does. He picked it up in college at Montclair State, I believe he went, because High Point didn't have lacrosse when he was here. But he has single-handedly kept the sport alive at this school, in my opinion.
Yes, without a doubt.
And he's got a youth program going now.
And I was just going to mention, now with a youth program where you're bringing in 8 to 10 kids that have had a stick in their hand before, it'll take a year, 2 years for that to happen, but then all of a sudden you're competitive. No question you'll be competitive.
Well, look what you did with Kittatinny. You started on the youth level, and within 4 years, you guys were champs.
With a lot of good parents down below coaching, did a
yes.
great job. The Wests and the Armstrongs and the Jelnicks, and they had all played the game, which is huge. A lot of youth program coaches don't really know what the game's all about. They didn't have a chance to opportunity to learn the game. So yeah, we were blessed to have it all.
And it would have to be families transplanted to the county unless they all went to Newton, because there was no lacrosse up here.
Well, Armstrong went to Newton, and West and Jelnick, they were from down the line. Jelnick was actually a Long Island boy. He played quite a bit there, played in college.
Well, Long Island, a hotbed, obviously, for lacrosse.
Absolutely.
Lenape Valley with the ball back. On the doorstep, shot just goes wide.
Goalie came down, cut the angle. That was a nice job.
Danton Hall. But, George, I joked when I wrote a blog about the growth of lacrosse in the area. I said, you had a better chance of seeing a bear walk down Washington Street in Hoboken than see a lacrosse stick in the early 80s when I was growing up.
No question. No question. It was about 77 or 78 when Newton's program was dropped. And then it took quite a while to get it all back.
Ground ball win, shot, another
Nice
save by
save.
Hall. Doorstep, another save. Robin Troy DuPont.
There's good hustle by DuPont, catching up behind him, knocking the ball out.
Well, as you pointed out, there's not a better athlete on the field right now than Troy DuPont. Monster.
He just works.
Football season, over 1,000 yards. Terrific on defense, helping Lenape Valley get to the state finals. This is Chris Grube, who had a good soccer season.
Poles are doing a really nice job. Another save right in tight of getting the stick up, getting going, hit just like that. He's got a fast break working, got numbers if they get down to it.
This is Matt McDonald. Ball's loose. Who's going to get to it? Rudy LaPera trying to get there, and Mcdonald, the long pole, comes all the way back.
McDonald's doing a great job of just hustling the whole time.
Drew Pickett picked him up, forced the turnover.
Going to have a break coming the other way.
Liam Cherry swings it over to DuPont. On the doorstep, and a good read by Hall.
He cut that pass going across. He was looking for it exactly where he should be. Now you have a break going the other way.
This is John Moore's. The latter stages of this first quarter, I would imagine, right, Coach?
I would say we got maybe 2 minutes left at the most.
And it'll be a turnover. So this is what Mark Russell was saying. We're getting the ball, getting into the zone, but we're not completing our passes. We're getting stick checked or poke checked, losing possession or throwing it away. He said, if we can do better with the fundamentals, we're going to be much more competitive.
Yeah, the unforced errors cost every team, as we said
right.
with Lenape Valley in their first game. You got to limit them. And if it means running away from pressure, then that's what you have to do. Don't try to make that pass into a really tight area or, try to make the longer pass. Cut your lanes down.
Sean Morrow swings it over. Up top, Joey Hill, who has 20 goals this year. And, Coach, tell me if you think I'm right or wrong. I think the Lenape kids, they've had opportunities to take shots, but they're making the extra pass. It looks like they're working on their stuff.
Yeah, I think in a game like this, you try to work on your set plays, looking
right.
for the pick and rolls, looking for the open man, and then being able to get the quick inside shot.
Morris with the physical defense on Jake Fellini. He gives it up to Dom Fellini.
Dom's got real good speed, and he can come around the corner. There's a nice feed and intercepted again. Again, the poles have their sticks up. They're keeping that ball from coming across the middle, and that's making a difference.
Good job by Tyler Sanderson.
And that's just basic fundamentals. If you can clog up the middle with the sticks, cuts down the throwing lanes and makes it a little more difficult to get those feeds. Again, just like that.
Ground ball pops loose. Lenape's going to get to it, it looks like, indeed.
Lenape doing a real good job of back checking as soon as the ball disappears. They're getting it right back.
Rolls into the crease. Hall covers up, rakes it in, and High Point will look to clear. See if Lenape Valley sets up a ride. Let's see if they can keep that in. Sanderson does. Excuse me, check that was Mazza Sanderson. But a turnover. Lenape Valley unsettled on the doorstep wide. Hill was looking at.
He's been making some good saves, and they've been missing the net.
Hill turned around and fired. No one on the backup and went wide. So High Point will get it back. Again, no visible clock here at High Point. 2-0 our score. Late first quarter would be my guess.
I've always tried to teach, especially the younger kids, that you have to see the net before you take that shot.
And there is the horn. So 12 minutes in the books here at High Point. Pooley Division battle between Lenape Valley and Newton. Lenape Valley with a 2-0 lead over High Point. We'll be back with second quarter action here on the Linz Nissan West Muggs Media Game of the Week.
Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Moorville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Moorville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, business without barriers. For more information, call George Moorville at 973-383-3110.
Hello, this is Father McHugh, Director of the Catholic Academy of Sussex County. The Academy, providing excellence in education and a faith-filled environment for all of our students in grades pre-K through 12, has moved to one campus at the corner of Andover Road and Sparta Avenue in Sparta. We offer an easy transition for our students as they journey through elementary, middle and high school education. The Reverend George A. Brown Memorial School has been repurposed to meet the needs of our youngest students in grades pre-K through 4. The new Pub John, the 23rd Middle School, unique in the Dice of Patterson, offers a true middle school environment for our students in grades 5, 6 and 7. And Pub John Regional High School grades 8 through 12 continues to focus on college preparation and offers a full complement of 134 courses on 3 levels. We invite you to be a part of the Academy family. Contact Ann Kaiser in admissions today at 973-729-6125 and extension 255 to schedule a visit in any of our schools. Our doors are always open.
This game is being sponsored by Highland State Bank, your local community bank. Visit their Sparta branch on Sparta Avenue in Sparta. Start that college fund today at Highland State Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. A longtime staple in Sussex Borough is Lorenzo's Pizza. Great Italian food, huge sub sandwiches, great pizza. Open 7 days a week. Lorenzo's Pizza. Come on by for lunch or dinner, or call your order in and pick it up. It'll be ready when you get there. Lorenzo's Pizza is a big supporter of high school sports in Northwest New Jersey, and they welcome all athletic teams to order from them. Lorenzo's Pizza, 973-875-5055.
I don't need an electrician. I can fix that myself.
Wrong choice, Harold. But if you're buying a car, the right choice is always Lynn's Nissan in Stanhope. This month, lease a Nissan Altima for just $122 per month, or the Nissan Rogue for only $133. Plus, you get up to $2,500 more for your trade. Lynn's Nissan in Stanhope, always the right choice.
Hello, this is Father McHugh, president of Pope John High School. Pope John once said, "You are not here on earth to guard a museum, but to cultivate a flourishing garden of life." And for the past 60 years, Pope John High School has provided a warm and caring environment for our students which strengthens faith, practices educational excellence, fosters individual growth, and maximizes each child's unique potential. Call Mrs. Kaiser, Director of Admissions, at 973-729-6125, extension 255 to schedule a visit and learn why so many families from Sussex, Morris, Passaic and Warren counties choose Pope John. We look forward to welcoming you on our campus. We are closer than you think.
Hi, my name is Dr. Robert DeFalco. I'm an orthopedic surgeon from the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey. The Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey is a complete musculoskeletal practice. We have board-certified physicians who specialize in the operative and non-operative treatment of any musculoskeletal problem.
We try to evaluate, educate, and treat the patient. Here we utilize a multidisciplinary approach, taking full advantage of the wonderful orthopedic, pain management, spinal care, and physical therapy professionals at the practice.
We have a very large practice with a number of different doctors with many different subspecialties, and it's an incredible asset.
The expertise of our physicians and the professionalism of our staff is what I believe sets our practice apart. This allows us to provide timely, personalized, high-quality care to our patients.
I take particular pride in knowing that the patient is well cared for and that their experience at the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey has either met or exceeded their expectations. It's very rewarding seeing patients get back to their active lifestyles.
The team here at the Orthopedic Institute is outstanding. Without this team, I would have never made this team. And I mean that with every fiber of my being.
At the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey, we believe you don't need to travel to receive world-class care. We have 4 major locations, including Hackettstown, Roxbury, Newton, and Sparta, and multiple satellite locations serving northern New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania.
Welcome back to High Point High School as Lynn's Nissan West and Muggs Media present the high school boys lacrosse game of the week. Pooley Division battle. Lenape Valley with a 2-0 lead over High Point. Troy DuPont and Dom Fellini with goals for Lenape. Again, want to thank Lynn's Nissan West for being our title sponsor and our scoreboard sponsor. Also, the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey, Pope John the 23rd High School and the Catholic Academy. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management, our friend George Morville. Give him a call, 973-383-3110. Lorenzo's Pizza in Sussex. And right down the street in Sussex, Tim's Auto and Truck Repair. Check out Tim's Auto Tips on the games of the week. Going to bring in my partner, George Morville, the Sussex County Hall of Famer and former Kittatinny coach and Newton star. Coach, your thoughts on the first quarter? You got some numbers?
Basically what we saw was 4 big saves from the High Point keeper. Really made it a much closer game than it could have been. High Point has 4 unforced turnovers. That when they get the ball down there, they're not getting the opportunity to keep it long enough to make a good shot. Lenape's won all the face-offs so far, so time of possession is theirs, and they're really looking to make set plays work. They could be rifling from the outside, but they're working on their offense and getting good shots. They're just not putting them on goal.
So the Patriots have the possession to start the second quarter. On the doorstep shot,
that
goal.
One definitely on goal. Nice feed by Troy DuPont.
Joey Hill with the goal. And that'll give the sophomore 21 on the season.
And that was just a set play where they went all the way around, got back to Troy on the offside. He starts to make a move towards the goal. The slide comes, and he made a perfect pass.
And we talked about this on opening day, George. Lenape Valley, when Kevin Earl started the program, got them going. They did a great job with some great players. And when he left, there was some confusion and turnover. Justin Meath, he was an old Clank player at Roxbury, played at Springfield. He's brought stability. How important is that?
It's beyond important because bottom line, that the program is going to have a consistency this year to next year. The kids understand that, and they're not having to learn a new system, new personalities, everything else that goes along with it. And he puts in the time. He's doing a great job. And the last couple of big wins shows that.
Yeah, that Pequannock win is impressive. That's over a RIS Division team, a B team, so-called. Shot and a goal, Chris Grube.
Grube took a nice feed from up top, went in, picked a corner.
That'll give Grube 8 goals on the season.
What you're seeing right now is, I think Coach said, okay, that was a good first quarter. You controlled the ball. Let's put a couple of them in the net here, work off our set plays, but you don't have to look for the perfect opportunity. Look for the opportunity.
Head back to face-off X.
Pelini really gets low on his face-off.
He does.
He's on both knees, almost like he's in a three-point stance wrestling. Just have one hand on the back, and that's it.
Coming back to get it on the run, unsettled, big hit.
Big hit, but he came up a little high, and the stick was extended.
So we'll have a penalty.
That penalty saved a goal. There's no question about that. And with that big pole in front of you, sometimes it just gets hung up and out in front of you and definitely takes the person out.
So our first man up for the game. I was just sitting here thinking about Lenape Valley when Kevin Earl there, that the Shannon brothers, boy, they were terrific.
Yeah, they were awesome players and just good kids too.
Yes.
A lot of people see that play in the crease, and you are taught from day one, if someone gets a wide open pass from the crease, you got to take them out. And by take them out, that means take them out of the area. And chances are you're leading with your stick. It's hard not to. Nothing wrong with that. Good hit. No intent of trying to hurt or getting your stick up high. It's just you're doing what you can to stop that goal.
It's similar to basketball and the no layup rule.
Exactly.
Make them earn it.
Right now, they've got their set extra man working, and you can see there's a lot of backdoor movement. Kind of a sloppy pass there, but they'll keep control.
Hill will come back to it. 21 goals in the season. Utter gets it. He was thinking about the shoot before he got it.
Yeah. They've burned about 30 seconds so far. That's a nice feed, but there's a real smart move. Yeah, the ball, he didn't have an opportunity for the shot, so just take it back out. You're still up a man.
On the doorstep, shot save.
Great save. There's a goalie that was right where he should possibly be. Get it downfield, give your attackman a chance. However, that ball just died when it hit.
I wish my golf shots would be like that. Sit down. Danton Hall with a great save, but Lenape threatening again. Amato, and he takes a shot. Mcdonald's a big kid. And Lenape Valley will reset.
And they should be back to even now, and they are. Again, not trying to force anything, but there's a nice turn.
Beautiful
nice
shot by Utter. Kevin Utter with the rocket makes it 5-0.
Kind of forced his way in, got pushed off, and instead of rolling away from it, he rolled back into it, found himself wide open, and took a nice inside shot.
Utter now with 15 goals on the season. Lenape Valley with a big game coming up next Tuesday against North Warren. It's a Pooley and Colonial NJAC game. Excuse me, High Point competes in the Independence, which right now Newton has one loss. They lost to Morris Hills. I believe that was an Independence game. Let me check. It was not. Newton right now in first place in that division.
And they've really got it in their own hands at this point.
And the Pooley as well.
Lenape Valley's come up with every face-off so far. Big advantage.
I'm sure Justin Meath would love to have that opening day game back against Newton.
Oh, absolutely.
They
Absolutely.
got it to within 5. Shot goes wide. And with all those unforced errors, takes nothing away from Newton. They're terrific.
No,
The
they came out to
Vandenbergs.
play. They made the plays when they were given
Right.
to them. And that's what, you know, every team is going to have sometime an off day or a day where it's just not clicking, and you have to be able to come back from those things.
It's just tough when those days happen on opening day against the team that you're going to battle for first place.
Absolutely. And there's no question in my mind that there is an advantage to those teams that have had turf.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, it's just they're on the field playing.
Zach Mazza with the clear. He gets it up.
That was a nice cross-field pass. Settled it down. That one could have been a little bit better, and may want to slow it down at that point.
Battle for the ground ball.
Good back checking going on.
Still no possession. Raked forward. Morrison there for a High Point.
Got to roll away from that pressure instead of towards it.
Still no one grabbing the ball yet on the ground ball. And it will be finally Lenape Valley coming out with it.
Nice side and some good speed there going up the sideline.
John Spada, the sophomore long pole. So 5-0 our score as we approach probably the midway point of the second quarter.
And they're kind of forcing their passes instead of taking it down. And that, you don't want to keep giving them possession after possession. Good time now just to slow it down, reset, and get the personnel in there that you want. Go off a set play and try to put another one on the board.
And Lenape Valley very patient in its settled attack. They're looking for their 4th straight win.
And looking at his schedule, he's got a real good opportunity at this point to not run the table, but close to it, and set himself up for a real good seed for states. And I'm sure that's what he's thinking about.
Well, in the Colonial, they've beat Jefferson, they beat Boonton, and they still have to play North Warren, Morris Hills, and Park Regional. So they could win an NJAC division if they don't win the Pooley.
Absolutely.
And they'll need help in the Pooley because they lost to Newton. They have their own fate in their own hands in the NJAC United, and those are just as important. You won 2 of those, George. One Pooley and NJAC in the same year.
Absolutely. It was a great time.
Yes, it was. That was a fun team to watch.
It was. We had a lot of fun playing. We had a lot of talent.
Armstrong, Wonder, Greg Peel.
They were, and everything came together for all of them. They played 4 years together, all on varsity, and really happy to see them get the success that they worked so hard for.
Shot goes wide. I don't know. I'd have to check, but I would have to say between all the sports they played, Dylan Wonder and Garrett Armstrong, they might have logged the most minutes being interviewed on the sports beat. 4-year starters in wrestling and lacrosse.
There's no question, and Armstrong loved it, and Wonder hated it.
So Lenape Valley with the lead, a shot and a goal. And that's Jake Fellini with a nice goal there.
Pretty much just took it on his own, went towards the middle, rolled off, and nice shot.
So Jake Fellini gets on the scoreboard. And we'll head back to the face-off. It will be Jake Fellini who scored. And it'll be John Morris.
That's another one of the things that have changed so much in the game. The face-off specialists, they're down on both knees, as low as they can possibly get now, whereas back in the day, you never put a knee on the ground. It was always from the idea that you had to have a spring coming through it, try to power through. They do the hand drills and the speed drills to make that clamp, and he's done excellent at it.
I know Sparta's struggling record-wise right now. You know, Russell Eberding last year had an insane 80% success rate against RIS Division teams, but he's going to become even a better face-off guy when he goes against the likes of Del Barton, Matt Palazzi from Mountain Lakes. I believe it was Brian Hansley yesterday for Del Barton. As we speak, they're playing Seton Hall Prep. That's going to be make Russell even better. His percentage might not be as sexy, but he's going to be better.
And that's what there's a reason Sparta went into that program. They absolutely feel that they need to be able to compete at that level. That's who they want to be, and they want to play against the best. You know, they're getting looks in Division I by many schools,
Yes.
A lot of players. You know, so they want to play that level of competition, and they're not afraid to play, obviously, anybody.
Zach Muller with the save, and Lenape Valley back on the attack. Joey Hill swings it back up to Jake Fellini.
You know, somebody said, I can't believe Sparta has 4 losses, and I'm saying, well, Del Barton, Mountain Lakes, Summit, and
Chatham.
I mean, that's like 1 to 6 in the state.
That's the murderer's row.
And again, they're going in with their eyes wide open. They've got a
They
program that has state aspirations, and they're going to keep it that way. It's great for the county.
I was going to say that, too. Not only just good for them, but good for the county. And talking to Tyler Meth about it, he said, you know, the seniors going to take their lumps, but they were a part of the HWS championship, which has never happened. And they're part of something special when they look back when Sparta, in my opinion, sooner or later is going to win a section title and possibly a state title. Those guys were part of it. Behind the back, no good. So you can sell that to the kids.
Absolutely.
You won your championships with sophomores and juniors, and now you're playing special brand of lacrosse against great programs. Ball loose, Hall out there jostling, he'll get it. But you know what? These kids, they're going to see these guys playing on ESPN, playing the kids they play at Duke and at Notre Dame and at Villanova.
No, there's no question. And, you know, what every athlete wants is to get it to the highest level and play against the best. And they're doing that right now with the full understanding that you got to start somewhere.
Mac McDonald with the nice clear. High Point will go to work. Chad Frisbee.
And they're showing some good movement with the ball, getting it around.
They'll work it over to Ryan Matthews. We're going to have a flag.
Grube kind of put a check in there and just got close to the face mask. Unintentional, but definitely a foul.
So High Point has a chance to cut into their 6-goal deficit with their first man-up opportunity.
And High Point stopped Lenape in that first on the man
Yes,
up.
they did.
So that's a man-down save for the defense, which is always important.
So we'll see what the Wildcats come up with here. Jacob Carter will start it.
And this is where you want to be very careful with the ball. You want to use as much of the clock as you can and get your set play. You know, you're going to have an opportunity if you take your time, keep moving the ball around. Look for the skip pass when it's there.
Morris, low shot, will stay here.
That was a good shot, too. He's going low to high.
LaPera on the backup. I would imagine Tyler Blundetto will get a couple of touches here, number 11, leading scorer on the team. I believe he's got 7 total on the season, 5 against Saddlebrook, and that is Blundetto.
And again, it's a matter of you got to keep moving the ball. Lenape has very disciplined defense. You can see the 4 poles, one right across the field the way they're supposed to be. This is where you look for that skip pass, try to find where the opening is.
Jack Varian up top, number 20, got good size. Shot and a save by Zach Muller.
Good shot, little deep, but a good shot, offhand. Made a nice save. That's his second save of the period and second save of the game. Nice look downfield. They got numbers right now.
Good job
Nice
by
check.
McDonald.
McDonald's doing a really nice
He
job.
certainly is, Coach. Just to remind everyone that might not have known and said, that Muller name, is that the kid from Newton? Yes, it is. Shot goes wide. He was the goalie for the Braves last year. Had a change of address, now playing for Lenape Valley.
And that was kind of funny in the Newton-Lenape
Yes.
game where they playing against the guy that was on your side the previous year. Nice feet in tight.
Did that go? We have a flag, no goal.
He's waving it off for...
So no goal.
Not sure why he's waving it off, because if it was a penalty and there's no loss of possession, the game
Right,
continues.
it'd be a delay. Well, Lenape will have the ball. So another man up for Lenape. This is Sean Moros. The senior will get it going.
And this is their second opportunity. Each team has had one foul defended, so the man down D's done a great job. And right now it's just a matter of moving that ball a little quicker.
Amato with a sharp pass to Hill, battling for the ground ball, and McDonald again pushes it to the goalie. Nicely done, and good work by Tyler Sanderson.
Yeah, and just a great job. He's standing and making the goalie make the bad pass, keep pressure on him. Ball retains with Lenape.
So Patriots will go back to work. They are a man up.
Right now,
And
there's
now?
like 4 in there, and that's
A shot and a goal, and that's Dom Fellini, number 11, I believe. Yes, indeed.
I believe that pass was from Chris Grube. That's a man-up goal.
So the lead goes to 7-0, man-up goal. Dom Fellini's second goal of the game, and gives him 13 on the season. So we'll head back to face-off X. And what's your internal clock telling you, Coach?
It's about a minute and a half.
All right. You were almost right to the second when you said 2 minutes in the first quarter. I think you and I have to go to Atlantic City after this. How are you with roulette and cards?
I'm pretty good with blackjack. Roulette, I'm lucky with 2 numbers.
And you can't give those out. You don't want people stealing your lucky numbers.
Well, one I wore on my back my whole life, so 24 was easy.
Well, High Point will get it back.
They've picked up their second face-off, which is good to see.
Morris wide on the backup, Rudy LaPera.
Not afraid to go offhand. That's good to see. You know, it's not his dominant hand, but he still came around and did a nice job.
It'll be a great confidence boost for this young High Point team if they can stick one in before the end of the half. But that Lenape defense is determined to keep them out. They're unsettled here in the fast break.
And they definitely have numbers right now, and just
a little too strong.
A little bit too strong on the pass. Ball goes out of bounds.
And there's the horn right on it, George, as always. And we have one half in the books as it's Lenape Valley's 7, High Point 0. Pulley Division matchup on the Linz Nissan West Muggs Media Game of the Week. We'll be back with third quarter action right after these messages here on Channel 10 and mugsmedia.com.
I don't need an electrician. I can fix that myself.
Wrong choice, Harold. But if you're buying a car, the right choice is always Linz Nissan in Stanhope. This month, lease a Nissan Altima for just $122 per month, or the Nissan Rogue for only $133. Plus, you get up to $2,500 more for your trade. Linz Nissan in Stanhope, always the right choice.
A long-time staple in Sussex Borough is Lorenzo's Pizza. Great Italian food, huge sub sandwiches, great pizza. Open 7 days a week. Lorenzo's Pizza. Come on by for lunch or dinner, or call your order in and pick it up. It'll be ready when you get there. Lorenzo's Pizza is a big supporter of high school sports in Northwest New Jersey, and they welcome all athletic teams to order from them. Lorenzo's Pizza, 973-875-5055. This game is being sponsored by Highlands State Bank, your local community bank. Visit their Sparta branch on Sparta Avenue in Sparta. Start that college fund today At Highland State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hello, this is Father McHugh, Director of the Catholic Academy of Sussex County. The Academy, providing excellence in education and a faith-filled environment for all of our students in grades pre-K through 12, has moved to one campus at the corner of Andover Road and Sparta Avenue in Sparta. We offer an easy transition for our students as they journey through elementary, middle and high school education. The Reverend George A. Brown Memorial School has been repurposed to meet the needs of our youngest students in grades pre-K through 4. The new Pub John, the 23rd Middle School, unique in the Dice of Patterson, offers a true middle school environment for our students in grades 5, 6 and 7. And Pub John Regional High School grades 8 through 12 continues to focus on college preparation and offers a full complement of 134 courses on 3 levels. We invite you to be a part of the Academy family. Contact Ann Kaiser in admissions today at 973-729-6125 and extension 255 to schedule a visit in any of our schools. Our doors are always open.
Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Moorville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Moorville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, business without barriers. For more information, call George Moorville at 973-383-3110.
Hello, this is Father McHugh, President of Pope John High School. Pope John once said, "You are not here on earth to guard a museum, but to cultivate a flourishing garden of life." And for the past 60 years, Pope John High School has provided a warm and caring environment for our students which strengthens faith, practices educational excellence, fosters individual growth, and maximizes each child's unique potential. Call Mrs. Kaiser, Director of Admissions, at 973-729-6125, extension 255 to schedule a visit and learn why so many families from Sussex, Morris, Passaic and Warren counties choose Pope John. We look forward to welcoming you on our campus. We are closer than you think.
Hi, my name is Dr. Robert DeFalco. I'm an orthopedic surgeon from the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey. The Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey is a complete musculoskeletal practice. We have board-certified physicians who specialize in the operative and non-operative treatment of any musculoskeletal problem.
We try to evaluate, educate, and treat the patient. Here we utilize a multidisciplinary approach, taking full advantage of the wonderful orthopedic, pain management, spinal care, and physical therapy professionals at the practice.
We have a very large practice with a number of different doctors with many different subspecialties, and it's an incredible asset.
The expertise of our physicians and the professionalism of our staff is what I believe sets our practice apart. This allows us to provide timely, personalized, high-quality care to our patients.
I take particular pride in knowing that the patient is well cared for and that their experience at the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey has either met or exceeded their expectations. It's very rewarding seeing patients get back to their active lifestyles.
The team here at the Orthopedic Institute is outstanding. Without this team, I would have never made this team. And I mean that with every fiber of my being.
At the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey, we believe you don't need to travel to receive world-class care. We have 4 major locations, including Hackettstown, Roxbury, Newton, and Sparta, and multiple satellite locations serving northern New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania.
Welcome back to High Point Regional High School as Linz Nissan West and Muggs Media present the High School Boys Lacrosse Game of the Week Pooley Division Battle. Lenape Valley with a 7-0 lead. Don Fellini with 2 goals, Troy DuPont with a goal, Jake Fellini with a goal, Kevin Utter with a goal, Joey Hill with a goal, Chris Grube with a goal, and Zach Muller with a couple of saves. But Lenape Valley with a dominant first half, but High Point showed some glimpses. Again, want to thank Linz Nissan West, Pope John High School, Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey, Arthur J. Gallagher, our friend George Moorville. Give them a call, Business Without Barriers, 383-3110. Lorenzo's Pizza right down the road after the game. Stop by and get a slice at Lorenzo's. Tell them that Muggs Media sent you. Tim's Auto and Truck Repair. Check out Tim's Auto Tips on the Game of the Week. Going to bring in George Morville, my partner. George, your thoughts on the first half?
It's pretty much what we expected, that Lenape dominated both time possession and score. They took 7 of the 9 face-offs. They led about 2-1 in ground balls. Unforced errors. High Point had about 6 to 2 for Lenape Valley. The big difference, that kept the game close was some really great saves. I mean, High Point's keeper made some stops one-on-one right in front of everything that was going on. So I think we got what we expected, and I expect to see Lenape come out and try to put a couple more on the board, try to get a running clock. You get a chance to see some other personnel, and I see High Point saying, let's just keep playing one play at a time, put a goal in, and take it from there.
Danton Hall having the good games.
Nice
Zach
save,
Muller with a save.
Yeah.
And I give a ton of credit. We talked about Mark Russell, but I give a credit to the kids that are playing. A lot of these guys are new to the sport, just picking up a stick as a junior. Some of these kids, Mark was telling me, and they're taking to the sport and putting the time and effort into it. So they might not translate into wins, but it's going to definitely help the program down the road. This is Troy DuPont. He dumps it off. Hill collects it, but good defense by Tyler Sanderson.
Tried to put a quick pass to the inside. Nice check.
Sanderson trying to get the ground ball, but Dom Fellini with the 2 goals. He'll scoop that up.
Dom's good at having his head on a swivel, and there's just exactly what he did.
He picks up the goal, his 3rd.
Trying to read the number on who that was.
It was Fellini with the goal. 8-0. He has 3 goals and 14 on the season. So we'll head back. Jake Fellini for Lenape Valley and John Moores for High Point will go to the face-off X. Turning out to be a nice day. It didn't look so good in the morning, George, and this field has taken a lot of water, but it's in pretty good shape.
And it looks real good. They've got to cut down low. We always like the grass fields because that's all we had.
Right.
So you got to like what you have.
And
nice
Lenape
job
Valley.
by Lenape again to pick up another face-off. They got numbers here.
Hill dumps it off. Looking for Utter. Chasing it down. Nicely done to keep it in. With a
Again,
roll.
there's another advantage with that grass. It just kind of stays.
That was a nice play by the long pole, Jack Varian from Lenape Valley, just touching it back. We have
That's
a
all
scrum.
you want to do is just get it back over, see somebody. Now look for an open man. Bang, there it is. Little.
Beta with the pass, overshot. And Mcdonald continuing his game.
McDonald's done an outstanding job of picking up ground balls, picking up when it's early. Takes a rip a little bit wide.
Side of the net.
Poles love to take that shot. Can't blame them.
And they don't get many opportunities to mix it up. Lenape Valley gets it in the box.
All kinds of numbers there.
Wide open net, wide.
Nice play by the goalie. Didn't get the save out of it, but took him out of position.
Danton Hall, who played very well in the win over Saddlebrook.
That's what you're taught to do. Go out, just take the man's stick away from him. Hopefully you put it in a position where he cannot score.
There's another shot, and Hill taking a beat. And he's just a sophomore, not big physically. He will get bigger. And he's taking his lumps now, but he's a tough kid. He bounces right up.
He bounces, and he's strong. There's no question about that.
It's like
nice
the
back
Fellinis.
check, but I think he caught the head on the way down.
Yep. The Fellinis are not big kids, but they are tough as they come.
He called the slash on that.
So we'll have a man-up situation here. Lenape Valley gets their special teams out there. They have one man-up goal, George.
One man up goal,
Don
out of
Fellini.
2 chances. This will be their 3rd chance. Still need one more High Point play. Here he comes in now.
There we go.
They got the poles on the outside. They got the short stick in the middle.
I think John Morris was going to get the long pole. He's a short stick normally.
Yep. And again, what you want to preach here in this situation, get those sticks up in the middle. Don't allow that pass to come through the center. Force them to take the shots from the outside. Goalie has the best chance of seeing the ball that way. And
you remember Michael Deutsch, who played for Vernon back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
I remember he used to play with the short stick on offense, run off and get the long pole and be on defense. He never left the field. He was a terrific player.
Kind of stud, you use him every chance you get.
I can't remember if that was Mike Bocek or Harry Shortway that did that. Mike Bocek played at Montclair State for Spence Willard.
Must have been a while ago.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be a good job. High point defense, holding them off on that. They're going to get a double coming, so you want to run it to the back of the field. Worst thing you want to do is lose the ball up top. So just keep running towards the back of the field. Don't come back up top.
Skips through. Here's an opportunity for High Point shorthanded, and that's broken up. But High Point gets it back. And there was Morris with the short stick, George. He ran and got his
short stick.
Got his short stick. He's on the attack.
And that's the second time out of the 3 penalties that they have controlled it.
Turnover there, and another nice job by Jack Varian, number 20, having a nice season and a nice game today. Junior. Lenape Valley team pretty young too, George.
Yes, they are. They got a lot coming back. And again, they're just getting better as the season goes on. And, that's when you want to be peaking, right around state's time. And also with the opportunity of a playoff, or a chance to win their division.
Absolutely. Both teams will be in the Hunter Warren Sussex tournament. That'll start at the beginning of May, late April.
I think your favorites there will probably be North Hunter and Sparta, but I think Pope John's going to have something to say about that this year also.
George, we saw them against Vernon, and to be honest, they were down, and then 2 of their better players, Ed May and Connor McCoy, got in the game, and they ended up winning that game. No slight on Vernon, but Ed May's going to Marist, and McCoy's a terrific player as well.
Yeah, there was no question. There was a lot of good ball played that day, and,
yes.
And they both showed a lot.
Shot broken up.
Good defense. He stayed with him the whole time. DuPont just kind of clears through everyone coming in, picks up the ground ball, sucks it up tight to his helmet, and just go ahead and check me is basically what he's saying.
Right. McDonald's a big kid, but DuPont is extremely strong.
He's strong and he's put together just like a plug.
This is Dom Fellini.
Dom likes to get your feet going, get you moving back and forth, but right now he's not getting a lot of help from his men as far as moving in the middle. Got to give him a little more time.
Chris Grube with the shot, save by Hall, bounces out and scooped up by High Point. We're going to have another
flag. That's going to be a
flag.
slash right there.
Good work by Tyler Blundetto to get to the ground ball, so High Point will have an opportunity.
And that was Muller who got a slash called against them. So this will be High Point's second opportunity with the man up and see what they can do.
So Blundetto, who had the 5 goals in the big win over Saddlebrook.
High Point's got to work real hard right now just to get a good opportunity for a shot. Don't force anything, but keep the ball moving. Don't hold it more than 2 or 3 seconds so you keep the defense moving on and away.
They'll work it back up top. Blundetto. Justin Van Althus is out there as well, number 7. Morris in the middle.
That's that unforced error you don't want to see. You don't want to see the time run off the clock. Get it back in. Start getting your passes. Good ball movement.
They get it into Morris. He's immediately doubled up.
Yep.
Variant on him.
That's got to be a quick stick. Those poles are just too quick and too used to it. They got a fast break going the other way now.
This is Jack Varian, the long pole. He dumps it off. Shot and a goal. That's Dom Fellini's 4th.
A great job by the pole, bringing it down, waiting to the last minute to make that good feed. Assist for Varian.
It gives Dom Fellini 4 goals and 15 on the season, and Lenape Valley extends their lead to 9-0.
High Point is still up a man, so they scored that man down. That's nice accomplishment for the defense again.
It all started with Varian and also Nolan Quirk back there forcing the turnover. Varian got the ground ball and took it up. Morris sends it back, and that's going to be a win for the Wildcats.
And the penalty's up right now, I believe. Yes. So they're back to even.
So even strength, but High Point has possession broken up. Again, Lenape Valley on the run, on the fast break. Nicely done. That was John Spada of the low pole.
Nice save. That was spot on right there. That was just nice to save.
And a
That's
nice
a good
clear.
feed, too, going through.
Sanderson with the clear. They get it in. Can they keep it? Working
Just
hard.
Try to force it a little too hard in tight.
LaPera, but
you
the
got
turnover.
Another break coming right now.
Turnover, and it's Jack Varian again forcing another turnover, trying to turn the points behind the back pass.
Behind the back pass. And just a slip on the turf, or would have been another shot, but that was a great pass. It's something at so many levels, you know, it's showboating, but it's not. You're actually baiting the player to come in tight. They got big numbers right now. Drop it off, there should be a man wide open on the crease.
And there is Joey Hill, shot in the goal. Nothing Danton Hall could do there. Joey Hill gets his second goal.
And I believe the assist was Fellini.
And looks like Mark Russell's going to call a timeout as Joey Hill gets his second goal, 22nd on the season. We're going to take a break, folks. We'll be right back with the rest of the third quarter of the Muggs Media Linz Nissan West Game of the Week. Welcome back to the Linz Nissan West Muggs Media Boys Lacrosse Game of the Week. Dan Cleary along with George Morville. Pooley Division clash. Lenape Valley with a comfortable 10-0 lead. Joey Hill just scored his second goal. Gives him 22 on the season.
I think right now Lenape Valley is saying, let's get into the running clock. The defense is starting to say, okay, we're thinking shutout. That's what we want for our goalie.
That's right.
They pick up another face-off here. They've pretty much dominated the face-offs. Gets it in the box to try to get rid of it now and take his time going back.
Luke Chozik, the sophomore, number 8.
And then this will give opportunity to get some players onto the field, maybe get a little experience. One at a time is the way I've always liked to see them. Have them come in and have them blend with the other players rather than sending in a whole fresh unit. This is how you learn to play with each other when you need somebody who goes down with an injury or whatever it happens to be.
Fellini's left all alone. Beautiful goal.
And that was a great, I believe the feed was from Hill, right?
Yes, I believe it was, Coach. It makes it 11-0 as Fellini now has 5 goals on the game, 16 on the season. Now, Coach, if you could just put in layman's terms, with the PowerPoint situation, 10 goals is a threshold as far as winning a game, correct? You don't get any more if it's more than 10, but you lose if it's less than 10?
Basically, you want to get it to the 10-goal differential. That gives you the maximum opportunity for PowerPoints. Beyond that, we don't want to incentivize any team to be able to run it up. And they want to get to the running clock. Obviously, you prevent injuries that way. You get other players you get a chance to look at. But you want to keep the 10-goal differential.
Right. And when Sparta played Del Barton yesterday, a couple of times Sparta got it to 9. And Del Barton's so loaded. They kept most of their kids out. But you can see Chuck Rubin would put 2 of the starting lone poles back out there. Like, okay, no more goals. I'll let the attacking middies get it back over 10. But defensively, we're going to stay this way.
And when you're at that level, power points become tenths of a points.
Right.
And so when you're there and pick up a half a point, 40% of a point, that makes a big difference in the seeding. When do you want to meet the top 3 or 4?
Right.
That's a nice possession right here for High Point. Again, controlling the ball, getting a little time.
Morris trying to work his way through. He gives it up to Chad Frisbee. Back to Morris.
I like the way lacrosse makes up their schedules, makes up their divisions. It's all based on actual play. It's based on power points, who's playing who, when they're playing. There's another one right up front and hits the pipe. Hill could have had another one there, but it just hit the pipe.
Hill looking for the hat trick. But some people that are not familiar with that, George, will get upset if they see a coach put back first teamers. And there's a reason. And so that's changed.
There absolutely is.
No one's trying to rub it in anyone's face. You know as well as anyone, the lacrosse coaching community is fairly tight-knit because for so long it was so small.
Absolutely. And the whole idea is you never want to, give an incentive for a team to run up to get more points. So by putting that rule in, I think what lacrosse did is set a standard. We understand as a coach, once they get to 10, they're going to slow down a little bit.
Right.
And, if all of a sudden we pick up 1 or 2 goals, they're going to go back to get that 10-point advantage.
There's a shot and a goal.
Nice shot.
And that's Joey Hill, I believe.
It was Hill, and another great feed from Zach Muller.
And there's the horn to end the third quarter. So Joey Hill, right at the end of the third quarter, makes it 12-0 on his third goal, 23rd of the season. And we'll be back with fourth quarter action here on the Linz Nissan West Muggs Media Game of the Week.
Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Moorville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Moorville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, business without barriers. For more information, call George Moorville at 973-383-3110.
Hello, this is Father McHugh, Director of the Catholic Academy of Sussex County. The Academy, providing excellence in education and a faith-filled environment for all of our students in grades pre-K through 12, has moved to one campus at the corner of Andover Road and Sparta Avenue in Sparta. We offer an easy transition for our students as they journey through elementary, middle and high school education. The Reverend George A. Brown Memorial School has been repurposed to meet the needs of our youngest students in grades pre-K through 4. The new Pub John at 23rd Middle School, unique in the Dice of Patterson, offers a true middle school environment for our students in grades 5, 6 and 7. And Pub John Regional High School grades 8 through 12 continues to focus on college preparation and offers a full complement of 134 courses on 3 levels. We invite you to be a part of the Academy family. Contact Ann Kaiser in admissions today at 973-729-6125 and extension 255 to schedule a visit in any of our schools. Our doors are always open.
This game is being sponsored by Highlands State Bank, your local community bank. Visit their Sparta branch on Sparta Avenue in Sparta. Start that college fund today at Highlands State Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. A long-time staple in Sussex Borough is Lorenzo's Pizza. Great Italian food, huge sub sandwiches, great pizza. Open 7 days a week. Lorenzo's Pizza. Come on by for lunch or dinner, or call your order in and pick it up. It'll be ready when you get there. Lorenzo's Pizza is a big supporter of high school sports in Northwest New Jersey, and they welcome all athletic teams to order from them. Lorenzo's Pizza, 973-875-5055.
I don't need an electrician. I can fix that myself.
Wrong choice, Harold. But if you're buying a car, the right choice is always Lynn's Nissan in Stanhope. This month, lease a Nissan Altima for just $122 per month, or the Nissan Rogue for only $133. Plus, you get up to $2,500 more for your trade. Lynn's Nissan in Stanhope, always the right choice.
Hello, this is Father McHugh, president of Pope John High School. Pope John once said, "You are not here on earth to guard a museum, but to cultivate a flourishing garden of life." And for the past 60 years, Pope John High School has provided a warm and caring environment for our students which strengthens faith, practices educational excellence, fosters individual growth, and maximizes each child's unique potential. Call Mrs. Kaiser, Director of Admissions, at 973-729-6125, extension 255, to schedule a visit and learn why so many families from Sussex, Morris, Passaic and Warren counties choose Pope John. We look forward to welcoming you on our campus. We are closer than you think.
Hi, my name is Dr. Robert DeFalco. I'm an orthopedic surgeon from the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey. The Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey is a complete musculoskeletal practice. We have board-certified physicians who specialize in the operative and non-operative treatment of any musculoskeletal problem.
We try to evaluate, educate, and treat the patient. Here we utilize a multidisciplinary approach, taking full advantage of the wonderful orthopedic, pain management, spinal care, and physical therapy professionals at the practice.
We have a very large practice with a number of different doctors with many different subspecialties, and it's an incredible asset.
The expertise of our physicians and the professionalism of our staff is what I believe sets our practice apart. This allows us to provide timely, personalized, high-quality care to our patients.
I take particular pride in knowing that the patient is well cared for and that their experience at the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey has either met or exceeded their expectations. It's very rewarding seeing patients get back to their active lifestyles.
The team here at the Orthopedic Institute is outstanding. Without this team, I would have never made this team. And I mean that with every fiber of my being.
At the Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey, we believe you don't need to travel to receive world-class care. We have 4 major locations, including Hackettstown, Roxbury, Newton, and Sparta, and multiple satellite locations serving northern New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania.
Welcome back to the Lynn's Nissan West Muggs Media Boys Game of the Week. Dan Cleary along with George Morville. Pooley Division clash. Lenape Valley with a 12-0 lead, so the clock will run once the face-off is taken and would only stop on injuries and goals and timeouts. If High Point's able to score, we'll go back to regular time. Leading the way thus far, Dom Fellini with 5 goals, Joey Hill with 3. And again, want to thank Lynn's Nissan West, located on Route 206 in Byram. And also want to thank Pope John High School and the Catholic Academy. The middle school is open. Go to popejohn.org for more information. The Orthopedic Institute of New Jersey, see their Live Well tips on the sports beat. They have offices throughout Northwest New Jersey. The Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, our friend George Morville. Give George a call, 973-383-3110. Business without barriers. Lorenzo's Pizza right down the road here in Sussex. Stop by for a slice before or after the game or check him out on Facebook. And Tim's Auto and Truck Repair, also in Sussex Borough. Tim, a longtime sponsor on the Games of the Week. Check out his auto tips.
What you're going to see right now is a time possession ball game where Lenape's just going to constantly keep moving, dip and drop, throwing the ball wherever they can. They're not going to take shots. No reason to at this point. They're up 10. They got the running clock, and it's just the right way to play.
Right. Jay Kickey, number 4, is checked in. He's a junior. Also a pretty good wrestler as well.
And Lenape has played a very, very strong balanced game today. They've come up and done exactly what they're supposed to do. And right now, just with the exception of that pass,
we'll have a push. And I agree, George. It's just not, we're not trying to blow wind, on for High Point. You look at the game, it's 12-0, but you don't feel like they're being completely dominated.
Exactly.
And that's a credit to High Point.
And High Point is continuing to do exactly what they can. Get it in the box, try to get good opportunities for a shot here and there. And I know that the Lenape goal now is a shutout. That's what they're looking forward to. There's a pass across the center and goes out of bounds.
Right thought, but
error.
not executed. Now, we're talking about the guys like the Fellinis, they wrestled, and Jake Hickey's a wrestler, Matt McDonald's a wrestler. George, when you started with lacrosse back at Newton, were a lot of the wrestling kids in there?
Just about the majority of all of them.
Awesome.
Frankie Filatico was a big wrestler back then. I'm thinking my brother Tommy, he was a wrestler.
You were a wrestler?
Both the Swags. I went to practice. I really wasn't a wrestler. I was able to go in and play with the JV once in a while, but that wrestling program was second to none back then.
No doubt.
But yeah, we had a lot of wrestlers on the team, and a lot of the football players. Obviously, Larry Beatty was a football coach, and he came out and said, "Here, guys, a couple of sticks. Go hit yourself with them and see how much fun it is." And literally, that's how he got kids to try it.
Well, I was a terrible baseball player. I would have loved to have lacrosse as an old lineman.
I spent my entire youth, my brother and I, every summer day we were at the Don Bosco baseball camp, right up until we saw that stick the first time.
Well, High Point has it.
My brother was an outstanding baseball player. He was easily as good as anybody that would, I believe, on the varsity team at that time. But he took the lacrosse the same way I did, and there was just nothing like it. Opportunity for a shot.
Save. And Muller with another save.
Yeah, there's two nice saves right on.
Justin Van Althus with a rocket for High Point, unable to score.
And that's his fourth and fifth save of the game, and 4 or 5 of them have all been tough saves. There hasn't been an easy shot.
Well, the baseball coaches must have thought, this is lacrosse as a fad. And they were right for about 25 years.
Yeah, they were. And there was a lot of competition between the baseball players and the lacrosse players. We were all friends. We all grew up together.
Illegal screen is the call.
But we were able to have success early. And whenever a new program starts to be playing the best teams in the state and playing them, with competition, we gained respect. And that really made a big deal.
Well, you were telling me you guys would play like Hun and schools like that, right?
Well, we played Montclair, Petty, Hun, Princeton Day. Booton had a team at that time, and Columbia was a combination they called Maplewood back then.
Right.
So we were playing the best teams in the state. We played the West Point freshmen every year, and it was quite an experience.
And hard to believe Ridgewood didn't get a program until the late 70s because Harry Shortway went to Ridgewood and there was no lacrosse. He picked it up as he couldn't play football anymore because of an injury, and he went to Alfred University and fell in love with the sport.
Yeah, and he definitely fell in love with the sport.
Shot and a goal for Lenape Valley. I believe that was Sean Moros for number 14.
Nice pass coming down the field right to the middle.
Yes, it was. And that will make it 13-0 Lenape Valley. The clock will continue to run.
I'm pretty sure that was Utter that made that pass going across, but I'm not positive.
And with the running clock, I'm going to guess, George, we're about midway through this fourth.
We're halfway through, definitely.
12-minute quarters. Well, now lacrosse, George, as I always say to you, must be a proud papa. You see it all over the county. I think the only schools in the county that don't have it are Hopakon and Sussex Tech.
And it's funny because Tech, had it at one time. Frankie Filatico was the first head coach over there, and I was his assistant right when I got out of college. Wallkill had a good program.
Yeah. Just numbers killed them and no feeder program.
And now they have a feeder program up in that area, so maybe we might be seeing that again. But, yeah, it's wonderful to see it's still the fastest growing sport in the country, and I don't think it's going to stop for a while. I think the growth is about peaked, but it's pretty incredible to see, to walk into town, any town, and see lacrosse tricks at the park and kids enjoying themselves. It's a great feeling.
Well, I've always said once it hits California and Florida and Texas, watch out baseball. And then when you look at the college level, that Michigan and Ohio State have programs, and they're good.
Yeah.
And the best team out west is Denver, but once those California colleges decide, UCLA and USC and Stanford decide they want to get into the act, you watch that sport just explode even more.
And the educational value, too. I mean, scholarships right now in lacrosse are huge. I mean, they're getting as many scholarships in this sport as any sport. And to be able to offer those kinds of dollars continually, and now big-time dollars, and the top educational schools, Princeton, Johns Hopkins, Syracuse, Notre Dame. I mean,
McDonald draws the penalty.
They have incredible educational institutions, and they've always been lacrosse powers.
Right.
So it's good for everybody.
And you look on the women's side, Coach Monday, who played at Mountain Lakes, was an assistant coach there. She was an All-American, I believe, at Northwestern. Starting a program at USC, she brought the team to Mountain Lakes a couple of weeks ago, and they played a college game.
And that's awesome.
A Division I college game at Mountain Lakes High School. Awesome.
It certainly is. And the Mountain Lakes is a small Group 1 school with a history that is just incredible, a coaching staff that, are now and will always be all-time legends.
Tim Flynn down there. And when they played Sparta a couple of weeks back, Sparta hung with them for a while. And after the game, one of the first things, not asked by me, Tim Flynn said, I like that Sparta program, well coached, shot by Morris. And I told Tyler Meth that, and he just got a defeat, but his face lit up. He goes, Coach Flynn said that? I said, yes, he did. When Tim Flynn gives you the thumbs up, that's a good thing.
Oh, absolutely. And Tim is a student of the game, and he's promoting the game all the time. And, when he gets a compliment out, he means it.
He was the under 19 or under 18 national coach.
Yep, and took them to a national title, which was incredible to see. We should be down to about 2.5 minutes.
That'd be my guess, Coach. But I'll go with you. You haven't been wrong yet. Want to pick my lottery numbers?
Again, I just like going with that 24.
That 24?
There's 24, 17, 28 combination. That's always seemed to work.
Well, hopefully no one heard that on the air. We'll try to get all your stuff, George. So Lenape Valley with the commanding lead, 13-0. They're going to win 4 in a row. They have Morris Catholic next. They could have 5 in a row in their back pocket and put them at 6-3. High Point played well. The score's not going to indicate it. They weren't able to score. But my personal feeling, I didn't feel this as a blowout, George.
No, I don't either. I think both teams played hard. Lenape has worked on a lot of little things that you don't really see because you don't see the results following it. Because right now they're learning how to play that team ball. When you come down to the close game, you got 2 minutes left. What they're doing is practicing that keep-away system, and it's important to see.
And we have another goal for Lenape Valley. And that was, I believe, number 18, Trevor Keshius.
And one thing I've always tried to also explain is when the younger guys get a chance to come in, they're not coming in with the idea of running up the score. They're coming in to try to show the coach that they can play the game. And most coaches realize that. You're not looking at it as any other thing as kids want to learn. And High Points hasn't tried any less. I mean, they're working as hard as they can.
Right to the final whistle or final horn, the High Point kids are going to work hard and hustle, no doubt.
Always.
And again, a credit to Mark Russell. So Lenape Valley continuing their fine play, 4 in a row, a chance with 5 against Morris Catholic. And another chance here And a goal. That's Joe Amato, number 6, I believe. And that's the game, as that will make it a 15-0 final. Lenape Valley with the big Pooley Division win. They will move to 5-3. High Point will fall to 1-7. High Point's next game is at Governor Livingston, and Lenape Valley will play Morris Catholic. So that'll wrap it up here from High Point Regional High School. For my partner George Morville, our cameraman Jordan Catelli, we'll see you again soon on the Linz Nissan West Muggs Media Game of the Week.